Well, here in Ghana, one of the dominant topics of discussion has been security following various security incursions. The latest being the Bauleshi electoral violence. World leaders are meeting in Munich in Germany on Friday to discuss security worldwide, and we'll be live on the ground with our partners, the DW. But ahead of that, a report detailing security challenges in Africa has been published. Let's cross over to Germany for more on this with DW's political correspondent, Thomas Sparrow. Thomas, good to have you once again this time. Now, give us a general overview of this report as far as security worldwide is concerned.
This is a report that comes ahead of the Munich Security Conference that, as you say, will start at the end of the week. This is a very important conference worldwide. In fact, it's described as the largest security conference in the world, and dozens of heads of state and government, politicians, ambassadors, ministers attend this conference in order to discuss the key security issues and crises worldwide. And ahead of that conference, normally the organizers publish this report. This report details some of those crises internationally, in particular one, as you yourself mentioned, in Africa, namely crises in the Sahel region. That's also going to be a topic that's going to be discussed during the conference in the southern German city of Munich. But more in general, the report also states that apart from these crises, there seems to be a general problem with the international order, a vacuum in leadership in the liberal international order, an era of greater competition among world powers, for example, the United States, China and Russia, and again, very important conflicts around the world and issues that are going to be discussed in Munich, for example, arms control or transnational organized crime or cybercrime or the effects of climate change on international security. I'm pretty sure, Gifty, that some of these issues that I'm mentioning are also very important where you are in Ghana and in different parts of Africa as well.
They are indeed. Well, what does the report say specifically about the major security challenges that Africa is facing?
It specifically focuses in the Sahel region. It specifically mentions countries like Mali, where you know that the security situation has been very difficult in recent years. It also mentions possible spillover effects in other parts of the world, for example, in Europe, something that has been discussed in the past. In fact, you may remember that last year during the Munich Security Conference, we also discussed right here in this cross some of those challenges and some of the ideas that came from political leaders to try and address the situation in the Sahel. But again, that's only one of the conflicts that has been addressed by this report. It also features other conflicts, for example, in the Middle East, or other conflicts that have to be watched around the world. Some of these key elements will be discussed in Munich. There will be a panel specifically analyzing those key challenges for the Sahel region and what problems that might cause also for other parts of the world, Europe in particular, as you know. So those are some of the details that were explained in advance of the Munich Security Conference, but I'm pretty sure that when we discuss this on Friday, we will have more content as to what leaders are discussing, and especially, Gifty, what they are proposing to address these issues and improve them also on the ground for the people living there.
All right, but that kind of feeds into the final question that I had for you about whether or not we know how the Munich Security Conference aims at addressing these security challenges, especially those in Africa. Is it just going to be a talk shop, they talk about it and go away? I mean, how do we have any idea at all how they intend to address these?
Well, essentially, the Munich Security Conference, as other security conferences and other conferences around the world, they are a forum for politicians to discuss and exchange ideas and opinions. And it is a particularly important forum because, as I said, you have heads of state and government from all over the world. You have ministers, you have foreign ministers, defense ministers, you have ambassadors, members of other organizations, international organizations as well. So it is first and foremost as a forum to debate and discuss. But it is obviously asked, and that's something that we've seen in previous occasions, it's asked, well, what can happen from there? What results can be achieved when you discuss these issues? And that is something that I certainly look forward to discussing with you on Friday during our cross from Munich, namely what politicians are proposing and whether it's just a forum for them to discuss these issues or whether there are concrete elements that can be then put into practice when it comes to solving some of these crises internationally.
Certainly, it's a very crucial conversation. We'll look forward to that cross on Friday with you, Thomas, and thank you very much for bringing us these updates. Thomas Sparrow is political correspondent with our partners DW, and he joins us all the way from Berlin in Germany here on The Pulse.